So Christ himself gave the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the pastors, and teachers to equip his people for works of service, so that the body of Christ may be built up until we all reach unity in the faith and in the knowledge of the Son of God, and become mature, attaining to the whole measure of the fullness of Christ. Okay, guys, now we are doing the last office, the office of a teacher. So we spoke about the office of a pastor. Jesus was also a pastor, and the difference between the pastors of this day and Jesus is that Jesus loved according to the truth. You understand? Whereas the pastors of this day, they love according to the world. That is what I think, because they do have that side of nurturing, you understand, of caring, you understand, of loving, but you find them cheating, you understand. So women fall prey to their charming side. I actually call them charmers, you understand. And not only are they charming, they are also cute. And not only are they cute, they are now rich as well. So that is a dangerous combination. They are charming, cute, and rich. That is a dangerous combination. You understand? So even worse, they love according to the world. So women tend to fall prey, of them, because, they are charming. Hence, you find that pastors from Pentecostal churches are said to be charismatic. You understand? While I'm not against what they are saying, you understand, they are charismatic. It's just that I wished they stuck in the word instead of just trying to love according to the world. You understand? That's the problem I have with them. Guys, I had pastors myself before, and I do know that the ones that I had, they did love me genuinely. You understand? It's just that they were also preaching riches, earthly blessings. You understand? This life of this generation, of this kingdom. You understand? And because of that, Jesus had to get me out. And now the problem is that they were also learning from pastors from mega churches. You see, as long as you are learning from a pastor from a mega church, you will never be okay with Jesus. You will never sin with Jesus, because Jesus and sin is water and diesel. Learn from Paul, learn from Peter, learn from James, and learn from John. You understand? Those are people you can learn from. Instead, guys, learn from Jesus. You understand? The Gospels, learn from Jesus. You know what I mean? So we have people we can learn from. We have people, guys, we can learn from. You understand? Now we are speaking about the office of a teacher. This office, guys, as I said, the disciples of Jesus, they occupied these different offices. I remember in the Gospel of Matthew 23, while Jesus was really giving it to the hypocrites of his time, to the Sadducees, to the Pharisees, to the Herodians, and the priest, he was saying that I'm going now, and I know that you're going to kill the people I sent. I'm giving you teachers, I'm giving you prophets, you understand? And he was trying to explain that I'm going to give you people who will be occupying these offices, you understand? So Paul is also one of the people who occupied the office of a teacher. Guys, the great teacher. Guys, when I tease my Lord, I usually mention Paul to him. I said, Paul was a good teacher. Obviously, my Lord would not answer that nonsense, you understand? But when I'm teasing him, I say, what? You would say, eat my flesh and drink my blood, So it's like you commanded us to be vampires. But Paul explained what you meant, So also at the same time, I'm saying it to acknowledge the gift that he himself gave to Paul. You understand? Because my Lord said those things the way he said them. He knew that Paul was coming, and Paul will explain them better. And guys, Paul explained them better. Guys, that guy will blow your mind. I read the letter to the Romans. I read the letters to the Ephesians. I'm like, Paul, this dude is going to drive me crazy. Even the letters to the Corinthians. Guys, the things he says, connect them to the book of Genesis. And it's like, this guy is good. Guys, I don't know whether I'm jealous of Paul or I'm proud of him. One of the two, though. It's either I'm jealous or I'm proud. I don't know. Maybe my Lord will actually say I'm jealous. I don't know. But one of the two. But when I get there, guys, I need to shake Paul here. Paul's hands. Guys, there's no teacher like that. He himself even says there's no one like him. He says he's got so much revelations. He realizes how good he is. He realizes his greatness. Guys, the guy is so great. The way he taught, he will blow your mind. It drives you crazy. He made me understand the Bible. In fact, guys, without Paul, I wouldn't have understood salvation. Believe me. That's Paul, guys. That guy was too great, too good, So he will teach, and you see, with the gift of teachings comes the gift of knowledge, the gift of understanding, and the gift of counsel. You understand? So Paul had those gifts as well in order to be able to teach, because he had to make sure that people understand. You understand? And the gift of revelation helps a lot, because you see, when you're preaching from the point of view of knowing what you're talking about, it's different from teaching from just the point of view of ahead of. You understand? While it's good to preach from what you heard of, because we are reading about what they are talking about, but Paul says, I was taken to third heaven. So when he teaches about something that he knows about. You understand? Something that he understands. You understand? All these guys, they are speaking about something that they know about. You understand? And guys, speaking from that point of view, guys, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it, because you see, I remember when my Lord was asking me to do his work and I was busy with my career, and in my mind I was like, Jesus wants me to go now and beg people, Guys, I hate begging people. I don't know whether I have short screws, but I really, really hate begging people, So for me, if you want to take him, take him. If you don't want to take, don't. Sometimes, me and my sister, we used to watch Nigerian movies, and they have this slogan. You'll find a parent telling a child, pull out your ears. And then after that, the parent would be like, if you like, take. If you like, don't. As for me, I've told you, so they always use the yo at the end. It says, if you like, take. If you don't like, don't. But as for me, I've told you, you know what I mean? So, I was so mad, thinking, damn, I'm going to have to beg people to worship Jesus. I mean, guys, Jesus didn't say convince them. He didn't say beg them. Go and preach, you understand? And for him to give me proof of the audacity of the word, that was big for me, very, very big, because I preach from the point of view of knowing. If you want, take. If you want, oh well, tough luck, you understand? There's nothing I can do. You see, guys, if you obey Jesus and enter his kingdom, I don't gain. If you don't obey him and go to hell, I don't lose, you understand? As much as I would want you to choose to take him, guys, really, really, believe me, I really, really wish that you can take him. But if you take him, I don't gain anything. If you go to heaven, I don't gain anything. If you don't go there, I don't lose anything. You understand? I don't even know you. I can walk past, you in the road. You understand? I don't know you. You know what I mean? But I have to preach the truth, because I'm scared of Jesus, because one day I'm going to stand in front of him. And if he says to me, do you know so-and-so was listening to your podcast and so-and-so is dead, and I'll be like, what are you talking about? That can't be true. Because I kept telling everyone who was listening to the show that they must take the word. They must even correct me. And at the end, I always say, and remember, the word of God still remains the only source of information about his kingdom. Why am I doing that? Because I'm going to stand in front of my Lord. If there is a mistake, I want him to say, oh, it's not Nini's fault. You are going to hell, and it's not. Because if it's my fault, while you would go to hell because you followed the wrong person, I will also go to hell as well. No. Mm-mm. You understand? I want to go to heaven. I want to go to where my Lord is. That's why I stick to his word. That's why I stick to his word. Nothing more, nothing less. That's why I don't care about church beliefs. So we are not speaking about church beliefs here. They don't help anyone. They don't take anyone to heaven. No one who takes church beliefs will go to heaven, because Jesus did not give us church beliefs. Church beliefs came from human beings. These are the teachings they learned from humans. So humans are not that important, you understand? And I say such things so that you will understand that you will have to make this decision. I'm not going to beg anyone. I'm not speaking from the point of view of pride or of being cocky. But I'm saying this because people here on earth want to be begged. Oh, please beg me. You're not begging me now. I'm not going to get saved. Don't get saved. Don't. It's not about me. It's about you. You understand? I've already taken Jesus' blood. I've got proof of what he's speaking about. I've got proof of his kingdom. You understand? So I take his word because of that. Obeying his commands is hard, but I've got no choice. It's his kingdom. It's his terms. It's his blood. You understand? So I need him. If you say you don't want him, there's nothing I can do. Tough luck. You understand? But I will wish that you take him. I really wish. But if you do or you don't take him, it doesn't affect me. You understand? So when Jesus says, go and do my work, and I realize that I don't have to beg people good, so I preach it. If you want to take his message, take it. I really, really want people to take Jesus. But if you don't want him, there's nothing I can do. People want someone who will beg them. I'm not going to beg anyone to take Jesus, because if you go to heaven, I don't lose. If you go to hell, I don't gain. You understand? It's all about you. You are here in this kingdom in the meantime, and if you want to make it to Jesus' kingdom, that is, if you want to make it to his kingdom, you will obey his kingdom. You will obey his teachings. That's it. You say, guys, I've got family members who don't obey Jesus. I've got family members, aunts, siblings, cousins who don't obey Jesus. I love them. These are the people I really love because I know them. You understand? I don't know you. So it wouldn't be fair for me to say, I love you. I don't know you. Will that make sense? Will that make you happy when I'm lying? No. Guys, I stick to the truth. I tell it like it is. But I've got family members who I love. You understand? I've got friends who I love who don't obey Jesus. I am sad that they don't want Jesus. But guess what? Tough luck. There's nothing I can do. I can't prove to them Jesus' word. If Jesus doesn't prove, he doesn't prove to everyone. He has his own reason to prove things. You understand? He has his own reason why he proved to this and doesn't prove to that. He proved the word to the disciples. He knows why he did that. Daddy used to prove to the prophets back in the days. He knows why he did that. So Jesus still does that day. Guys, in this generation, you understand? And I love my family members. I love all of them. My cousins, my siblings, my aunts. But does it mean that I'm going to force them? No. Tough luck if they don't want to. Tough luck. You know what I mean? So it's things like that. I'm not going to beg anyone to obey Jesus. It's hard. Guys, it's even hard for me to speak about Jesus to people because his standard is too high. You have to stop loving money. You have to stop loving the things of the world. You have to give up sex outside marriage. People love sin. You understand? You have to give up your career in order to do his will. Will you do that? No. You understand? So you need to know certain things. You must have proof of certain things in order to really obey Jesus, because it's hard. It's tough. You understand? So when I realize that I don't have to beg people good, but I explain, that's how I'm showing my love. And I explain even to you guys. If you say that I don't explain to you, you will be lying. You yourself know that. I explain. If you don't want him, there's nothing I can do. But I explain things. I take things step by step. I use this gift of teachings because I know that I do have that gift, you understand? And I use it. While it might not be my office. I have not spoken about my office. It's not important. But I'm trying to say that I do have the gift of teaching and I use it, guys. I use it. Sometimes people will say the way you explain, you can really teach. You understand? Because when I explain salvation, I explain it in a way that people understand. If you don't want it, you don't want it now. There's nothing I can do. You see, the only thing you can do for a human being is give them information. That's the only way, guys, I show my love, to really give this gift of teaching. And guys, I really explain. Guys, sometimes I'm the first fan of this podcast. You understand? I listen to this podcast because I want to make sure that if there are mistakes, I have to start over, because I don't want to stand in front of my Lord and say, my Lord, I made mistakes. No. If I can see mistake, I have to correct them. They can't be technical mistakes, but there's no mistake that can kill you. Not in this podcast. I listen to them as well, and I change if there is a mistake. I stutter, guys. Remember, I need to know that, and I'm pretty sure you've realized that I stutter. And because I stutter, it's hard for people to listen, to hear me what I'm trying to say sometimes. So, but I do not change that stuttering because Jesus did not heal me of that, So it's fine. I don't change a podcast because of stuttering. But when there is a mistake, that would kill you. In fact, I don't think there is. You can't find any, But I need to make sure. Because that's how I'm showing my love to give you this gift. There's nothing more, guys. Nothing more. Until next.